Thunderstone Quest returns with 2 all-new quests in one massive Kickstarter. As a respected member of society, Count Mortis walked too close to the darkness and now lives off the life force he drains from the citizens of the Ebonwood, a pocket dimension shrouded in perpetual twilight. You must recruit a new band of heroes to protect the citizens from the Count's dark minions. You may be tempted to touch the darkness yourself, but be wary. That power comes at a high cost. Once a lowly peasant, Miracel returns to Thunderstone Keep as a powerful wizard, and with her, an army of bitter scions. Having lost the hope of creating their own world, these scions are determined to claim ours. Miracel has also placed many of Thunderstone's greatest heroes under her control, making a mockery of their past deeds. It's up to a ragtag group of outcasts to defeat Miracel and her minions in the epic conclusion of the Miracel story arc, a quest that will put your deck-building skills to the test. Thunderstone Quest is Mike Elliott's award-winning deck-building game of adventure and dungeon diving. If you're new to Thunderstone Quest, start by backing at the Value Pack Champion level, which includes everything listed here. If you're already a fan, pick up the new quests and continue your adventure. Back Thunderstone Quest now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Spaace Baaase on Friday. We're excited to have you here. We've got all kind of stuff going on today. My dog is going crazy in the background. Space Cat is running around like somebody just set her tail on fire. We're ending a Kickstarter today, and we've got people dialing in from all over the country, so it's pretty awesome. All right, I'm going to run through the crew of who's here today. We've got Vladimir Oliana, who is doing the tech as always.
Hello.
Todd Rowland on another hurricane evacuation somewhere in the wilds of Alabama.
Yes, that's me.
We have Dave Lepore, who's busy shipping things all around the world and can barely take time out for this game.
Hi.
Rose Peterschmidt is joining us from college. Where are you, Rose?
I'm in Philadelphia. Hi, everybody.
Philadelphia.
Bad things happen there.
Bad things happen in Philadelphia.
Luke, you'll have to introduce yourself and your special guest.
This is Kara Peter Schmidt, the other Peter Schmidt, and
Yeah.
I'm Luke Peter
Bigger
Schmidt.
one.
The what?
I'm the bigger, no, not of you. I'm the bigger one of Rose.
Okay. Anyway, little sibling rivalry going on today at Spaace Baaase.
Dies
So,
in the night,
many
the language
Peter
of older sibling.
The most important thing you have to know about the Peterschmidt daughters is that they're actually both from Washington State.
That's right.
It's a critical thing to know. They're welcome to return at any time and pick up the mantle. There's so few of us that are actually born here. We hate to lose two. Vlad, do you want to give a rundown on all the folks who've joined us today?
Sure. Let me say hi to David Bauer, Richie Yang, Ryan Moss, Stephen Baronet, Joseph Manley, Carly Wagner, Brian Fellows, Nathan Sutherfield, Amy Kaiser, Kurt Heinemann, Thomas Griff, Richard Gans, Sherry Drefke, Joel Underwood, Krista Jones, Andy Vett, Christine Hale, Anne Berlin, Theodore Richter, and Kevin Renown. Welcome to a new day of Spaace Baaase. And remember, we do a daily giveaway, and if you want to be part of that, just need to like and share the stream in your timeline. The prize of the day is a copy of Point Salad.
Fantastic. So as you can tell from Luke's backdrop, we are bringing the curtain down on our current Kickstarter today at 5 p.m. And we're going to talk a lot about that today and just celebrate the fact that we've exceeded $300,000 in pledges for that campaign. And it is going to go in the books as another successful Thunderstone. So we'll talk a lot about that in a few minutes. I'm going to start reading the script now. Hello, everyone. I'm Ryan Dancy. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at AEG, and I'll be your space-based traffic controller for today's game. Everyone suit up. It's time to play John D. Clare's game of dice rolling and engine building. You'll need to have your own copy of Spaace Baaase to play along. To set your game up, assemble your space-based player board as per the rules. Place the 12 starting ships in their respective sectors and place your credits tracker at 6 and your income and victory trackers at 0. Next, deploy the market. Shuffle the level 1, level 2, and level 3 ships into their respective decks and deal out 4 ships from each. So you'll have 4 level 1, 4 level 2, and 4 level 3 rows for a total of 12 ships. Draw a level 1 ship for each player. I drew the UES. Who is this? Now? How? Interesting. Okay, it's a Sector 12 ship. Draw a level 1 ship for each player. That ship gets deployed to your space base in the associated sector, and you take the starting ship in that sector. You will flip it upside down and slide it under your board so the red ability is showing. And then you'll reduce your credits counter by the cost of the level 1 ship you deployed. In my case, that was 3. So I will start the game with 3 credits. Assemble the colonies as per the rules as well. The colonies are the cards with the yellow backdrops and the victory point ships on them. Get your dice warmed up. Make sure they're ready for a good day's work. Today we're going to be playing with the special game mode that was designed by Luke Peterschmidt. In this game, our Dice-O-Matic AI will play as player 1 and player 3. Everyone in our live stream and all of you playing at home will play as player 2. We're going to use this board to track which player's turn is ongoing and what the die rolls are for player 1 and player 3. On those turns, we'll use the red abilities on the ships we've deployed under our player boards and any green abilities that we may have. When it's player 2's turn, we'll all roll our own dice. We'll use the blue and green abilities on the ships we've deployed to the player boards but haven't flipped and slipped under the boards. After you've rolled and resolved your ship's abilities, you can go shopping on the market for a new ship. If you're playing with more than one person in your local game, keep track of who bought first each turn and rotate each turn so that everyone has a chance to buy first as we play through the turns. We'll give everyone a few minutes to shop on the market, and then we'll continue to player 3's roll. After player 3 has rolled, we're also going to roll 2 dice to determine which row of the market is going to lose a card. When we roll a 1, 2, or 3, we'll remove the level 1 ship that is farthest from the draw deck. When we roll a 4 or a 5, we'll remove the level 2 ship that is farthest from the draw deck. And when we roll a 6, we'll remove the level 3 ship that is farthest from the draw deck. After we've removed a ship, we'll slide the remaining ships down and draw a new card from the corresponding deck to replace it. This system keeps the market from becoming stale, but it means you have to keep an eye on that ship you really want so you can buy it before it rolls off the end of the market and vanishes forever. We're going to play 12 turns with this system. After the 12th turn, we're going to flip our tracking board over and reveal how the end game works, which we'll explain at that time. Unlike a normal space-based game, you don't end the game by getting to 40 victory points. We've got a special system that determines how the game ends, and we'll discuss it after the 12th turn. Now we're ready to begin. I will turn on the subspace communicator, the Dice-O-Matic AI, and we're ready to begin rolling for player 1. Okay, everyone, let's play
Space Base! Woo!
All right. And the roll for player 1 is 2 4s. We're going to start right off with a hard 8, everybody. 2 4s. That means that if you rolled a 4, if the card that you got out of the starting selection was a 4, you're going to get that ability twice. Or if it was an 8, you're going to get that ability once. And if it wasn't a 4 or an 8, you get nothing, which is exactly what happened to me. And now it's player 2's turn. So we're all going to roll at home for ourselves. And I rolled another 8. That doesn't suck. And then you get to go shopping on your market. Unfortunately, my wife is not joining us today, so I am flying this game solo. I am going to pass. Since I know she can't snipe all the good cards out from under me, I can play a riskier strategy today. And then I'm going to roll for player 3. And the player 3 roll is a 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6, total of 8. You heard a lot of those 8s that are coming. And we're going to adjust the market. The market adjustment roll is a 2 and a 6 also. So we're going to lose a level 1 ship and a level 3 ship. And that is how we play Space Base at home. Pretty simple. Awesome. Vlad, let me know when we're ready to go to round number 2.
Yeah. Let's just give the folks a couple of seconds to see all the rolls.
Todd, it looks like that hurricane's going to hit Louisiana, not Alabama.
In fact, yeah, it did. It was on a bend to go west, but then it curved back a little east there at the end. The problem is, as we all know, hurricanes spiral. And the arms of the spiral of this one is extending out about 160 miles.
Oh,
And so it is definitely, while Louisiana is experiencing the equivalent, it's a category 3. Where I'm from in Alabama is getting the equivalent of about a 1.2 to 1.5, if you want to measure them that way. So a little more than a category 1. And the last time we had one a couple of weeks ago, I lost power for 2 days. So we figured we would go elsewhere for a little while.
Time to skedaddle. This storm's name is Delta. It is the 10th hurricane to hit the United States this hurricane season. 10th tropical storm or hurricane.
We are ready, Ryan.
All right, here we go to round number 2. We're going to roll for player 1, and the roll is a 1 and a 4. 1 and a 4, total of 5.
It has been a busy season out in the tropics because, down living on the Gulf Coast, we watch that stuff pretty closely. And there's a lot going on.
Yeah. My wife and I are thinking about making a relocation somewhere south, so we're watching it pretty closely too. And our thoughts go out to everybody who's down there in the storm today. We hope you're all safe. All right, everybody, let's roll for player 2. That's us. Whew, that was a good roll. Let's get this thing, and finally we're on the board. Well, I bought a card. I haven't scored any points. And I'm going to set my credits tracker back to 0. And let's roll for player 3. And the player 3 roll is a 2 and a 5. 2 and a 5, total of 7. Look at that. I got one. And the market adjustment roll is a 1 and a 3. So we're going to lose 2 level 1 chips.
right.
Get my market set up. I'll remind everybody, as always, that I'm not playing with the cards from the Shy Pluto expansion because I don't want to spoil anything, but I do have the cards from the Dreadnought pack in my level 2 market cards. You can get the Dreadnought pack on our store, aldraxstore.com. It adds a bunch of cool cards, and a lot of those cards do interesting things when you roll 2 dice with the same number, which is called in craps the hard way. And I've actually got one showing in my market right now. This Sector 2 card is going to give me 10 credits if I rolled Snake Eyes, 2 1s. But I don't know if I'm going to take that risk in this game or not. We'll see.
We're ready, Ryan.
Okay, let's go to turn number 3, and we'll roll for player 1. And the player 1 roll is a 2 and a 4. 2 and a 4, total of 6. The other thing I always like to mention is that if you happen to be playing with the card that causes your opponents to lose victory points, we suggest you just take that card out of the game, or if it shows up in your market, just discard it and replace it with something else. It's tough to make other people lose victory points when there's no one else in the room.
Yep.
Space Dog.
It's a challenge,
I believe that ship is the UES Gordon.
That was player 1, right, Ryan?
We have rolled for player 1, and that was the market adjustment. Player 1 was a 2 and a 4. Yep. So now we're ready to roll for player 2. Player 2 is us. So my strategy today with Delana not being here is I'm going to try and build an engine to generate a lot of credits, and then I'm going to buy outposts for victory points. It's an interesting phenomenon for Spaace Baaase at home, and I guess for Spaace Baaase regular mode. The fewer people you have to buy outposts, the more viable the make a lot of money and buy outpost strategy becomes. All right, and then I'll roll for player 3. And player 3's roll is a 1 and a 4. 1 and a 4, total of 5. And the market adjustment roll is the Snake Eyes, 2 1s. So we'll lose 2 level 1 ships. People sometimes ask me how I have all these cool Spaace Baaase dice. I did not open up 6 different sets of Spaace Baaase to get 6 sets of dice. I bought the Command Station package, which you can get on our store, aldraxstore.com. Command Station has a set of dice for all the players and additional boards for up to 6 people, and a bunch of other really cool stuff, including these nice sleeves that I have on my cards. Since the Spaace Baaase cards are an unusual size, one of the best places to get sleeves is in the Command Station box. It's pretty cool.
Hey, what turn are we on here, Ryan?
We are going to go to turn 4.
Turn 4. Okay.
When Vlad gives me the fun.
We are ready for turn number 4.
All right. And we'll roll for player 1, and the roll is a 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5, total of 9. And then everybody's going to roll at home for yourselves.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Never a good thing to hear after the die roll.
We'll never know what that was. Might save this turn. Did you buy it? Oh.
Sure. All right, and then we will roll for player 3. And player 3's roll is a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 5, total of 6.
I'm sorry, what was that, a 1 and a 5?
1 and a 5.
Yeah.
1 and a 5.
And the market adjustment roll is a 2 and a 6. So we're going to lose a level 1 ship and a level 3 ship. All right, while we get ready to go to turn number 5, I wanted to mention a little bit of space news this week. Yes?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
good space news this week.
Space news this week. Yes. So my space news this week is about Starman. Starman, you may remember, is the driver of Tesla's Roadster, which is now orbiting the sun in an interplanetary trajectory. It's on an eternal journey through the planets, and it made its closest approach to Mars this week. It's about 5 million Mars from the red planet, which, if you think about it, is about 20 times the distance from the Earth to the moon, which seems like a long way, but in interplanetary space, that's practically next door. Mars, by the way, is making the closest approach to the Earth that it will make for the next 15 years. So if you go out and look in the night sky, that bright red dot that you see is the planet Mars. And really close to that dot is a dummy in a spacesuit driving a car.
You gotta love a company that says we need to put something in space to prove we can put something in space, and the owner says, "Use my car."
That's right. That's right. You know, it's pretty funny. They filed the application with the appropriate authorities to fly that mission to test the Falcon Heavy, and they did include the information that there would be a payload and it would have, a certain mass. Normally, when a company tests a brand new rocket, there's usually a test mass as the payload, and it's usually just a block of concrete. So they filed all the appropriate paperwork, but they didn't tell anybody they were going to send a car. And after they launched it, and the word broke like 48 hours before it launched, but after they launched it, there were some folks at NASA that were a little bit unhappy that they had flown a car that was going to go that close to Mars. There's all sorts of issues about what they call planetary protection, which means if it happens to be that there's something living on Mars, we don't want to accidentally screw it up by sending uncontaminated Earth stuff there. But the Roadster will never actually reach the surface of Mars. It has kind of an elliptical orbit. It goes between the orbit of Mars and the orbit of Venus, and it'll orbit for millions of years without impacting anything. So it was just truly a publicity stunt, but it was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There's a really funny Seinfeld bit about how the thing that he knew, the reason everybody in the world knows the Apollo project was run by Americans is that the first thing we did after flying 250,000 miles to the moon was get out and drive a car. We love our cars.
Just to
We're ready,
remind
Ryan.
everybody, with
Sorry.
I've updated my background just to remind everybody that Starman is actually a movie with Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen,
Mhm.
That's right.
lest we forget on our space-themed episode.
How could we forget?
And answering some questions from the chat, yes, Nathan, there is an upcoming expansion for the space base. You're gonna find out more in the following months.
Yeah, it's coming soon. Yep. Yeah,
And
we
we-
have a micro mission called Biodome, and then we have a top secret project that's going to come after that.
Yep.
About cars in space. How do we not have a Tesla promo card, Ryan, for this game? How do we not have a Tesla promo?
Totally do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. Somebody sent an email to John Goodenough.
Get on
I
it.
think I was thinking about the movie The Man Who Fell to Earth when I thought about the David Bowie thing. So
Hmm.
Starman, that must just be Jeff Bridges.
Yep.
All right. There we go.
We're ready,
for
Ryan.
turn 5? All right, here we go. Enough chatter. Here we go. Player 1. It is a 2 and a 4. 2 and a 4, everybody. Total of 6. Total of 6. Luke and I do a political talk show every week, and it takes about an hour to 2 hours. And I could easily do an hour to 2 hours on space news every week. It's one of my favorite things. All right, I'm going to roll the dice for myself. It's time for player 2's roll. Oh, that was a good roll.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That was a good roll. And then I'm going to go shopping on my local market. Well, okay, let's try this. Couple of arrows in there. Arrows never hurt anybody. Drop that back to 1. All right, I'm going to roll for player 3. And the player 3 roll is a 1 and a 5, total of 6.
Kara's sitting here with everything on the 8, 9, 10, 11, and you've rolled 5s and 6 totals.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of, that's not a bad strategy, trust me.
It wasn't really a strategy.
As a guy who wins once a month, I know what I'm talking about. All right, and the market adjustment roll is a 1 and a 3, so that's going to be 2 level 1 ships.
This game started over here. We said, man, our level 2 cards are terrible. They should go away. And you haven't rolled a market adjustment on level 2 yet.
Yeah, you're going to have to buy one. Luke, while we get ready to go to turn number 6, do you want to talk about Thunderstone Quest?
You can't stop me from talking about Thunderstone Quest.
Maximum fun!
Like, it's Thunderstone Quest. It's got thunders, questing, and stones in a slightly different order than was just said. Here's the deal with Thunderstone Quest. If you enjoy games at all, you should pick it up. But if you enjoy anything that's deck builder flavored, pick it up. If you enjoy dungeon diving games, you should pick it up. Mike Elliott, the designer, is literally a Hall of Fame game designer. And this has got to be one of his most popular games he's ever worked on.
I think so.
Yeah, it's on all the top 10 dice lists. Later on in the show, we'll be also sharing a special video with you about how you can not only play the game Thunderstone Quest. You know what? Let's just cut to it right now. Vlad.
Yes. Sure.
Can they hear us while the tape is running or not?
Maybe?
Yeah, they probably hear us.
Okay, give me 1 second and that's going to be ready
Well,
to be
Vlad's
shown.
queuing up the clip.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Right. When you have a box that's so big that it weighs enough weight to be a small child.
Yes, and you know, we're all quarantined and staying healthy is tough, much like Starman out there with no food.
That's right.
We have the opposite problem. We live in our homes where all the food is. So it's important to get out and exercise, and Thunderstone Quest is going to help you do that too. Once Vlad plays the video. Is the video playing?
It's the video is playing.
Okay. Playing games with AEG is how you get quads of steel. I don't think that guy's leg would fit into Ryan's helmet.
That's probably true.
Yes. No. All jokes aside, that video is very funny and probably a decent workout, judging by the shape of the man who's doing the workout.
I'm guessing it would be a decent. Right. Every time I have to pick that box up for any reason, I feel like I'm lifting all the weight in the world. It's super heavy.
You lift with your back when it comes to that.
That's right. That's right. What you're seeing there is the champion reward from the Kickstarter, which is running right now. The champion reward is the base Thunderstone Quest game components and 5 quests in this enormous super deluxe box.
Yes. Yeah. So if you've never picked up Thunderstone Quest before, you can pick up the original on Kickstarter with all the original goodies we gave away in the first Kickstarter. If you have played, you can pick up the 2 new quests, which are story-wise just fantastic. But check out the campaign. There's only like 4 hours left.
Yep. Yeah, it ends today at 5 o'clock. And we crossed the $300,000 pledge milestone earlier this morning, which was super exciting.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, the campaign is Thunderstone Quest, The Enemies Among Us, if you are looking for it on Kickstarter. And the last time I looked, I think it was the 5th most popular campaign on Kickstarter today, so it should be pretty easy to find.
It's the 5th most popular on Kickstarter, but #1 in your hearts.
And
That's
if you want to check that out right now, you can just click the link on the chat. It's always at the bottom.
We should probably get back to actually playing this game.
Yeah.
Yes, the update, the live update is that we are at $305,954, which is pretty darn awesome.
5, that's almost
Right, going to round
quick.
6. rolling for player one, and the
Real
roll
quick
is
before we go farther,
I'm
What was
sorry.
that roll, Ryan?
Robert Wright in the chat was asking about the market adjustment. It is not in the rule books. It was something that was created for Space Base at Home. It's basically a special roll that clears a few ships out of the market each round in order to keep the market fresh as you're playing at home.
It simulates other players buying your cards that you might have wanted to draw. What was that player one roll, Ryan?
player one roll is a 4 and a 6.
Oh, a 10.
Yeah!
A 10, a 10, a 10. My kingdom for a 10. All right, and then everybody's going to roll at home for yourselves. I'm being told by my schnauzer that somebody is at the door.
Be aware, someone is at the door.
Yeah, like, no shocker. All right.
Facebook work, please.
Facebook work. Are we offline, Vlad?
No, we're online. It's just that I'm not getting the chat notifications.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Let's roll for player 3. It is a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 3, total of 4. And the market adjustment is a 1 and a 5. So we're going to lose a level 1 ship and a level 2 ship.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah.
That one.
All right. Yeah, let me share with you a link for the Space Base at Home rules. So you can just
Yeah,
click it
absolutely.
and download it. 1 second.
Todd, do we have a special in the store this week?
We do, in fact. Celebrating October right now, if you go to aldraxstore.com and you spend $30 in any product and you use the code Trick or Treat in Burano, you're going to get Walking in Burano for free. Walking in Burano is the game where you build the waterfront of Burano, Italy, the beautiful multicolored buildings. And as you complete your town, you attract tourists and locals to it for extra points. So right now, until next Monday, if you use the code Trick or Treat in Burano and spend $30 in product, you will get Walking in Burano for free. Only at aldraxstore.com.
Very cool. Walking in Burano.
1 second. I'm just copying a link to the store and we'll be back to the game.
All right. Just let me know when we're ready for turn 7, Vlad.
Yep.
No rush.
There you go. That's the link, and I'm gonna do the cleanup. Number 7. And we're ready for turn number 7.
All right, here we go to turn number 7. Lucky number 7. And the roll is a 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6, total of 8. And then everybody's going to roll at home for yourselves. And go shopping on your local market.
Doesn't matter, I can't afford this.
That's to be broken.
And today we're gonna make the first announcement that we're gonna have something really big for our 150 live stream. And it's probably going to be, that's going to be,
Thursday?
yeah, Thursday the 22.
Very cool. All right, everybody, I'm going to roll for player 3. And the player 3 roll is a 2 and a 5. 2 and a 5, total of 7. And we'll do the market adjustment roll, which is a 4 and a 5. There you go.
There we go.
More of those awful level 2s gone.
I actually really wanted to keep my level 2s just there.
Oh, now you want to keep them. I guess you can't keep them back. Do I keep them? Do I let them go? I don't know. It's all so confusing. Apparently, I'm going to knock my whole stack of level 1s over. All right.
Oh, well, we're gonna do some big contests, we're gonna do more gaming, and we're going to let you know what's gonna happen after our 150 live stream. But be
Right.
sure to be here so we can tell you what's gonna happen, Kristen and Nathan.
150 streams, and you've ran them all pretty much, Vlad, haven't you?
147, I think. Ryan has covered me for me a couple of them.
Some memorable
Couple
times, I
times.
think.
We're here every day.
Yep.
Memorable
And
times.
we started this whole idea at the beginning of the lockdown. We thought people would be trapped at home with nothing to do, and we wanted to have something for everybody to do. And it was kind of an ad hoc thing, and we thought maybe we'd just do it for a couple of days, and then a couple of days turned into a couple of weeks, and then a couple of weeks turned into a couple of months, and now it's basically been the whole year.
Yep.
But it is pretty awesome. We love it when you guys join us every day, and the rotating cast of characters we have here on the stream has been really fun. We've had lots of special guests. So it has definitely been time well spent, I think. Are we ready for turn 8, Vlad?
Yeah, one more second.
Okay, no worries.
Yep, we're ready.
All right, here we go to turn number 8. And player 1 roll is 2 3s, the hard 6.
Ew.
2 3.
Literally just missed me entirely. Huh? Well done.
All right.
All right.
And then we are going to roll for ourselves. And then we're going to go shopping for ourselves. 10 credits here. All right, I think it may be time to begin the outposting. I am going to buy an outpost and take 3 victory points. I am
Nathan
on
is
the board.
asking if we're going to have someone from the International Space Station playing Space Base with us.
That would be so awesome. If you happen to know an astronaut, my email address rdancey, DANCEY at alterac.com.
I'm not sure if I know an astronaut.
Yeah, it's funny. I've met a couple of astronauts in passing, like you know, at a great distance, right? But I have met somebody who spent time on the International Space Station. Richard Garriott, who is the guy who created the Ultima series and did Ultima Online, has a very interesting story. Richard Garriott's father was on the crew of one of the Skylab missions, and he, Richard Garriott Jr., the guy I know, was a paid passenger on a Soyuz mission to the International Space Station. So they are the only father-son team to have ever flown in space. And he has some fascinating stories to tell about going to the space station and seeing the world rotate below his feet for a week. It is a pretty amazing thing. And I'd love to get Richard on the show, but he is super busy, so I doubt we'll have a chance to talk to him. But he is a really interesting guy. There's a documentary about his flight in space. I think it's called Man on Fire. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And I've totally lost track where we are. Are we rolling for player 3?
Yes.
There I go. I'm just dreaming. I'm thinking, man, if I had $50 million and it was 2003 again, would I go to space? I think the answer is yes. Okay, here we go. Here's a high number. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 4 and a 6. 4 and a 6. Total 10.
$50 million is the cost for a ticket to go to space.
I think that's what he paid. 50. It's a lot more now, or it was, but I think it was 50 million when he flew.
So all we need, Ryan, is $49,700,000 on our new Thunderstone Quest campaign.
Back us now!
Let's go into space, everybody. Let's make his dream happen.
Play it in space. If anybody wants to make a pledge of roughly $49 million,
Thank you.
we'll put your name on the box.
Yeah, you will be the cover.
All right, let's do the market adjustment roll. 1 and a 5. One of the things we haven't talked too much about in that campaign is the cover of the Super Deluxe box. There is a piece of artwork that is circulating that we used as a mock-up for that cover, but the actual cover art is not done yet. And I saw a sketch the other day that just looked awesome. So I can't wait to see the cover art when it's actually ready to go on the box. It's going to be really cool. The art we have for the first 2 boxes is cool, but I think the art on the 3rd box is going to be the best of the 3.
We're ready for turn 9, right?
All right, turn 9. Here we go. Before we go to turn 9, let's have a quick scoring check because I'm finally on the board. I've got 3 points. Dave, how you doing?
Got 1.
Dave's got 1. Rose, how are you doing?
I have absolutely 0.
All right. And the Peter Schmitz, how are you doing?
None.
I have 6.
Oh, you are playing 2 boards. I thought you were playing one game together.
No.
Oh, it is on.
And I'm gonna lose.
And I believe, Todd, are you playing virtually today or not playing?
I am just sort of hanging out because when we left, I forgot to grab my box of Spaace Baaase.
Yeah.
So I'm just here to share with you all of our awesome sales and fun stories of Thunderstone.
Which is Todd's way of saying he has to pitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would know? All right, that was turn 3, and no, where am I? I'm totally lost.
You are going
Ready
to
to go to turn 9,
start.
right?
Yes.
Turn 9. Here we go. All right, player 1's roll is a 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6, total of 8. Wow, I rolled that a lot today.
Yeah.
Wish I would have found an 8 to put on the board. And then everybody's going to roll at home for player 2. The good news is that I've rolled 7s a whole bunch of times, and 7 is the best card in my tableau.
Yes, today is the last day that we're going to have the Calico question, and that's coming up later. Remember, you can get Calico right now in your friendly local game stores. It's once a week since we released the game, and I think we're already sold out on our site. So grab your copy of Calico as soon as you can.
Yeah, I know we've sold all the inventory we have available for the wholesalers, so it's in the distribution system now. That means your local retailer should be able to order it. And I should probably turn it off in the online store because I'm guessing we are out of stock.
Yep, and I have been
The doggy agrees.
alerting
The doggy does agree. He likes
the retailers.
Our dog loves that Calico game. She likes cats. All right, let's roll the dice for player 3. And the roll is a 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3, total of 5. And then we'll do the market adjustment, which is a 4 and a 5. There we go. 2 more of those level 2 cards. I don't want to hear you more complaining about level 2, guys.
Sorry, what was the market adjustment?
4 and a 5.
So 2 level 2 ships. Luke, what was the mysterious reveal today on the campaign?
What was the reveal today? Was throwing knives.
Throwing knives.
Yeah. What was the throwing knives?
Yeah, we've done a what are we calling it? The Tome of Knowledge?
Yes.
We've done a Tome of Knowledge update every day in the campaign, highlighting some of the cool cards and new mechanics in the 2 new quests in Enemies Among Us. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, you can go to the Kickstarter page, click on the update tab, and then read through those updates and see all that cool stuff.
And if any of you don't speak English, which makes this next sentence make no sense to you, also available in French and German.
Right. Yes, we've translated every card, the boards, all of the components, the boxes, the rule books, everything in French and German. So if you parlez-vous français or sprechen Sie Deutsch, you can pick up the game in your local language and get it next September.
Or you can gift it to a friend who does those things.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're ready for the next turn, Ryan.
All right, here we go to turn number 10, everybody. All right, and the roll is a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 5, total of 6. Yes, I was last night. I was setting up the pledge manager for this campaign, and it doesn't make any sense in the language selection box to have it all in English. So I'm like using Google Translate, to do the conversions. And I always wonder how good that translator is. Although I've been told it's okay. I didn't do anything complicated, so I'm sure it's fine. But it is just kind of strange that we're running a campaign with a language that neither Luke nor I speak. Now Nicholas, who is our director of project management, he is fluent in German and French and English and probably Spanish and who knows what else. He is truly a man of letters. All right, everybody.
Probably Greek as well now.
Yeah, he's learning Greek.
Yeah,
his new lady friend. Gotta learn him some Greek.
Yep. All right. Roll for yourself at home and then go shopping on your market. All right, here we go. I'm buying another outpost.
And the Calico question is already out. If you want to win a copy of Calico, you can now answer that question. And it's pretty easy. You just need to send us a link for a video of a content creator that you like that has done a review for Calico, and you might get a chance to win a copy of Calico.
That's awesome. I like the Calico question. That's a great idea.
Player 3 roll here.
Here comes the player 3 roll, everybody.
All right, player 3.
It's a 1 and a 6 for a total of 7.
Oh,
And then we will adjust the market. And it's a 2 and a 3. So we're going to drop 2 level 1 ships. 2 level 1 ships.
Okay, we got a 1 and a 5, a 6 and a 1. And we already did the market adjustment with a 2 and a 3. Ryan, are you speaking?
I'm yelling at my dog.
Okay.
We had to take the landlubber dog out in the middle of that last turn, so yeah.
It's an emergency dog cast broadcast.
And we're ready for turn 11, Ryan.
He just wants to remind
All right,
us all
here we
that
go.
dogs were the first in space before humans.
And the player 1 roll is a 3 and a 4. It's another 7, everyone. 3 and a 4. Man, my board is screwed up somehow. Let's get this fixed. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. All right, and then everybody's going to roll at home for yourselves. Ew, that was not such a good roll for me.
I'm just gonna close the question and open it again so the people that didn't see the question will get them again.
All right. The Calico question. I can pass on buying anything this turn. All right, let's roll for player 3, everyone. It is another 7. It's a 3 and a 4.
Ooh, bunch of 7s.
Yeah, they're everywhere. 7s and 8s today. And then the market adjustment is a 1 and a 2. So we're going to lose 2 level 1 ships. Oh, there's another arrow. I like those arrows. All right, as Vlad gets us ready to go to turn number 12, I'm going to explain what's about to happen. Turn number 12 is the last of the normal turns. We're going to play turn 12 just like we've played the previous 11 turns. It'll be just like those turns with no changes. But at the end of turn 12, we're going to flip the board over, and then we'll explain how the game ends. So this is the last regular turn of the game, turn number 12.
And we're ready.
All right, here we go to turn number 12. And the player 1 roll is 2 3s. Nope, I'm sorry. It's a 2 and a 3. 2 and a 3, total of 5.
2 on a 3.
2 and a 3, total of 5.
And let me remind you that you can join our daily giveaway for a copy of Point Salad by liking and sharing the stream on your timeline.
All right, everybody at home, roll for yourselves. All right, here we go, buying another one. So far, so good. Okay, pretty good. All right, and then we're going to roll for player 3. And the player 3 roll is a 1 and a 4. 1 and 4, total of 5.
Yeah.
And the market adjustment roll is a 1 and a 4. So we're going to lose a level 1 ship and a level 2 ship. Okay. And Vlad, you're going to tell me when we're ready to do the magic.
Yep. Da, 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 da. And we are ready.
All right, everybody. We're going to flip the board over and reveal the end game. This is how the game ends in Spaace Baaase at home. We are going to continue to play the game just as we have been, except every time we roll the dice for player 1 or player 3, we're going to track which of those dice, which pairs of dice get rolled on this chart. And we will continue to play until we roll the same combination of numbers a second time. So we will track the numbers on the player 1 roll and the player 3 roll, not on the market adjustment roll, and obviously not on your roll at home. If the game ends on player 3's turn, we will finish player 3, we'll adjust the market, and then there will be a player 1 turn, and then we'll have our final player 2 turn. If the game ends on player 1's turn, we'll finish player 1's turn, and then we'll do a final player 2 turn. So no matter what happens, you'll get one last turn as yourself for player 2. And historically, this has ended either really, really quickly or really, really lengthy. So we're going to see how it goes today. All right, I'm going to roll the dice for player 1, and it is 2 4s. 2 4s.
That's going to be difficult to match.
Yeah, that's a 1 in 36 chance. We'll hit that one again.
Yep.
All right.
4s.
This is all you really need to know about craps, folks. If you go and look at a craps table and you see the roll that pays off if you roll 2 4s, it pays 30 to 1. But the odds that you will hit that roll are 1 in 36. That's why the house always wins when you play craps. All right, everybody roll at home for yourself. Oh, I got another one. This is actually working. All right, and then I'm going to roll for player 3. And player 3's roll is an 8, but it's not the same 8. It's a 5 and a 3. 5 and a 3, everybody. There we go. That's right. All right. And then the market adjustment is a 6 and a 5. 5 and a 6. It's yo, everybody. So it's going to lose a level 2 and a level 3 ship. Well, it seems like some games we just throw the yo over and over again, and I think that's the first one we've had in this whole game. And unfortunately, it's not helping the players who have all the high numbers.
Yep. I think Spaace Baaase at home is a game of low numbers.
I think so too. Yeah, so does Delana. All right, are we ready to start the next turn, Vlad?
Almost. Yep, we are.
All right, let's roll for player 1, and the roll is 2 3s. The hard 6, another hard to hit number. This is looking good.
I really put the ball on the line.
All right, everybody, roll for yourself at home. All right, I'm just going to wait. I'm pausing. I'm going to not roll. We'll give everybody a chance to buy it home. I know that as we get near the end game, your board gets more and more complicated as your engine starts up. So we'll give people a few seconds to figure out what they're going to do with that crazy roll. The card I started with is a Sector 12 card that gives me 4 victory points. And I've got a Sector 11 card now that has arrows. So I've got 3 chances to get 4 victory points every time I roll the dice. And I haven't hit it a single time.
Rose, Andy's asking, what are you doing in your square up there?
Sorry?
Andy is asking, what are you doing in your square up there?
Oh, my roommate Helen is here, and she was just asking how the game was going. Also, we just had an internship fair and we were debriefing. This is Helen.
I'm sorry to be a distraction.
Hello.
Welcome. You should play Spaace Baaase.
She does sometimes.
I do, but I have work. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she.
I would love to.
Luke's going to tell you about Thunderstone right now. No.
Well, Helen, let me tell you all about it.
All right. Are we ready to roll for player 3?
Yes, we are ready to roll for player 3.
All right. I rolled a 1 and a 2. Another low probability roll. This is going to be a good game, everybody.
I'm even more disappointed.
All right. And then we will adjust the market, and it is a 4 and a 6. So we're going to lose a level 2 ship and a level 3 ship. All the big rolls are coming in the market adjustment. That's not helpful, is it?
No.
What
not
did
at
you
all.
roll? 4 and a what?
4 to 6.
6.
4 to 6. Yeah. So we're losing a level 2 and a level 3 ship.
Awesome.
Normally off camera you can't see it, but Delana helps keep the stacks organized, and now I've just got cards like just flying everywhere on the table. This is probably when Space Cat will show up. She loves to mess with me when I'm the cards everywhere.
All right.
Let me know when we're ready to go to the next round, Vlad.
We are ready to go to the next turn, Ryan.
All right, here we go. We're going to roll for player 1. It is a 1 and a 6. 1 and a 6, total of 7. And then everybody at home is going to roll for yourselves. All right, I got another one. Okay, this is strategy is working. Solo player at home, nobody to steal these colonies from me. Of course, now my board is just like yellow from 1 to 5, so low rolls are the worst.
She won.
21.
All right, I'm going to roll for player 3. And the player 3 roll is a 2 and a 5.
Oof.
2 and a
Close.
5. Very close. Total of 7. And the market adjustment roll is a 4 and a 6. There's another huge roll. Another level 2 and another level 3 down the memory hole. Wow, maybe I should switch these dice and try to get those high numbers up to the regular rolls.
Maybe.
Here, I'll reprogram the Dice-O-Matic AI. We'll just make that happen right now.
Yeah. Debug that thing.
I spent years learning to be a computer programmer. I should put that to some use. All right, are we ready to go for the new player 1 roll, Vlad?
Yes, we are.
Okay, here comes player 1. It is a 1 and a 6.
And that's game over.
That's the game. All right, everybody. So you're going to do the 1 and the 6 normally. 1 and 6, total of 7. And then you will take a final player 2 turn. Wow, that was not helpful in any way. And after your player 2 turn, you will score your board. So let's do a quick rundown of scoring. All right, Dave, how did you end up?
To figure out what my last buy is.
All right, Dave buying. Rose, are you done? Do you have a score?
20. Not my best.
20. Good score. Good score. Luke, how'd you do?
50.
50.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Me.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Well, he said that he was going to win.
My first card was a
I
good
didn't
card. I
even
got
see
a,
much
I got a
going on.
card up on the top of the 7 that gave me victory points, and then the arrow that points to the 8. So
Wow.
my 7
54.
15 money and 2 victory points for a while.
Kara, how'd you do?
I got 17.
Now's the point where you just reach over and flip his board. That's totally legal.
Yeah.
It's really
right.
disappointed in myself.
I got 25.
I'm taking all the cards I wanted.
All right, 25 for me. Todd's not scoring. He's just playing virtually. Vlad, do we get some scores from the channel, from the chat?
We're still looking. Let's see. Luke Seagar's got 42. Jocelyn Manley is 40. Got 40. Andy Bell is out with 0. Alison Parkland is still surprised that you got 50. David Bauer is out with 51. And Amber
Oh.
Lynn got
Really, David?
34.
Well
Pixar
done.
didn't have that.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Wow.
All right, everybody. Do we want to announce a winner here, Vlad?
Yes, Ryan, just give me 1 second and I will
No
show
worries.
you the winners. First, we have Christina, I think? Yeah. Christine Hale, who won a copy of Point Salad.
Right on.
And then I want to switch the screen to Tiny Towns and come back
Woo-hoo.
and get the second winner. And the second
Yeah.
winner is Dave Bristol. Congratulations, Dave. You just won a copy of Calico.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right, I have breaking news. The campaign is now up to 307,000 with 4,112 backers. That's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
I feel a little bit like we're doing an NPR pledge drive right now.
Yeah.
Your support. All right, everyone. Thank you for playing. It was great to see all the Peter Schmidts. Todd, please stay safe.
Well,
Dave, whatever you're doing, I hope it's less painful than it looks. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Please remember to register to vote and wear your mask. Please stay safe. We'll see you on Monday for another episode of Tiny Towns as we head towards the 150th live stream on Thursday. So on behalf of my crew and everybody here at AEG, good evening, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
We should have run it like an NPR pledge drive.